the movie we have was we did 12 Strong,
Uh-huh.
right? So 12 Strong was it's kind of like a movie about like right after 9/11, um sent uh some soldiers over, with Afghanistan over there. We're talking about Taliban. We're talking about all these people. It's like they was like went. It seemed like they just went through like a village though, right? It seemed like they was in a stronghold in a village. The most of the movie, on horseback, all that stuff, man. And they had Chris Hemsworth, right? And at the time, I think when was this movie? It was 2018, I
Yeah,
think.
2018.
Um, so at that time, he was also like, his career was jumping during that time too. With when yeah, his career was like jumping. So, good role for him. It was a pretty good movie, man. Like if for what it's worth and what they was doing and all that type of stuff and how it affected, just letting people know that it wasn't all, you know, a certain way. This is a different way you look at things that was going on over there.
Yeah.
You didn't say like the way they sent these soldiers in was different. Um, and when you look through it, I mean, they made a difference, man. So, good movie. But I don't know from a movie buff guy, how a movie buff guy looks at this type of movie. From being mostly in the same location type deal, on what was going on with and then the storyline was pretty good to me though, because I can follow it. I think we being in the military, we can follow things a little bit more too, on what's going on. But what do you think, man?
First, I think is some great movies that's been made in one location. Like I
Yeah.
really like Fences. I liked Castaway. It's some really Birdman. That movie Birdman, that one shot movie. So it's a lot of good movies made in like one location. Um, the
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino, the Last Cowboy one he did. I forgot the name of that right now. What's the last Quentin Tarantino movie he made? I don't want to do this wrong, so I gotta pull it up. With Samuel Jackson, and it's certain. Oh, the Hateful Eight,
Oh.
the Hateful Eight. I like the Hateful Eight. But
Mm.
so let me kind of talk about this movie real quick. You ever watch a movie that's based off a true story and you don't feel connected until the end of the movie when the words come up and they talk about the actual true story? And that's
Yeah.
how this movie was for me. That don't take much away from the movie, to me, because I thought the movie was okay. I didn't think it was great, right?
Yeah.
I think like 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was great, but it was some points on there that was like motivating and stuff on there, and I'll get into more about it. But it wasn't until they showed the real people and the words popped up at the end of the story that I was like,
That's
man, this
facts.
is
Yeah.
important stuff that happened. But before that, I'm like, okay, this is another
Another movie, right?
Afghanistan war movie that like wants to be an epic, kind of war movie. Now, Chris Hemsworth, I'm a big fan of him as an action star. Like as an action actor, I'm a big fan of him. He got like the look for it. He make believable movies. Like one of my issues with Vin Diesel is like I like his movies and I like Vin Diesel and stuff like that. But one of my issues is like he almost don't ever get scratched in his movies, or he's like he
Yeah.
could do everything. If he make a movie and he die, they bring him back and he become like this superhero that automatically knows how to do every single thing that would take years to learn and develop.
Yeah.
There's no
And he's not that physical. And
in
and
real
he don't look
life,
that
yeah,
physically fit no
right.
more.
In real life, he look
Like,
like they covering up stomach, So that's my issue with a lot of his stuff. My issue with The Rock kind of goes on the same. I really like The Rock. Like as a person, I
yeah.
support him. I buy his energy drinks. I buy Terramana. Like I like The Rock. Everything he does. I follow him on Instagram, stuff like that. His movies sometimes though is like, in my opinion, like it's no suspense in them because he not gonna get hurt. Like we've seen this man
Mm-mm.
hold a building in one arm and a helicopter in
Helicopter.
another arm. So he not gonna get hurt. But what I like about Chris Hemsworth and his like his last few outings in action is we've seen him get hurt we've been in suspense about that. We've seen like different like character arcs in his characters. That's pretty good. I don't care if it's like the same role. You know what I mean? Like I like what he brings to the table. It's believable. I didn't see him do it a million times and it worked out for him. Like if it's like a bus on the way to hit the rock, he gonna turn to the side or something like that, and the bus gonna break
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Tom
Go through
Cruise,
them
if
or
it's a
whatever.
car
Yeah.
flipping, he gonna either outrun it or he gonna duck, and the car gonna flip over him. Like we know all that.
Barely touches great.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
know all that. But another thing that I like about this movie in terms of actors is you have the movie had Michael Shannon in it. Michael Shannon is one of my favorite character actors. I like that he was in this movie, and I think this was probably the worst movie I've seen him in. Like for his role, like Michael Shannon is a beast, man. Like one of the best character actors that we have.
Yeah.
And I can't believe like he just was in like what 13 Perfect Strangers or 12 Perfect Strangers, whatever that was. He destroyed that movie. Boardwalk Empire killed that show. Like he's one of our better character actors, and for this role, he was like a military guy. Like, and I think
Yeah.
I don't know if this was like mail it in kind of performance for him, but I like he was in it. I ain't really like Michael Pena the same way. Like Michael Pena, like all since Crash, that was like the first time I've seen Michael Pena in a movie, and he always had like some charm like to him, and then seeing him transition to comedy and like everything like that was even has been great. But this one, I think he was underutilized. I think you give Chris Hemsworth a movie, right, and he's not much of a dramatic actor, right? He's an action guy. He's not much
Hmm.
of a dramatic guy, and you put him in the movie with two people that could bring out drama and emotion, and then you underutilize those guys, right? Which is weird. You underutilize Michael Shannon and underutilize Michael Pena. This me talking as a
And Michael Shannon, I think, was a chief warrant officer too, right? In the
yeah,
movie, if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
He was
Yeah.
and he was the guy that was able to get the captain the job or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But what I will say is I did like the general. This dude's name is like Naveed Negaban or whatever. The general, the dude he had to. So pretty much you get the army, right? They got to work with and these are the horse soldiers. These guys made history, man. Special forces team. They got to work with Afghanistan, pretty much war, kind of like a warlord or alliance or whatever, um, to start making airstrikes on the Taliban, right? And
Hmm.
they, these guys, all they had was horses. So it's like 5 months after September 11th, or 5 weeks. I think it's 5 weeks after September 11th, actually. But they go out to Afghanistan. They got a kind of rendezvous with this um with an Afghan like warlord or whatever like that, and like well he's a general, and kind of like become friends so they could do airstrikes because these people know the lay of the land, and it's the first team to go in there and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was like I said, it was some good stuff. These military movies where they show the family in the very beginning and show the family in the very end, like they just always like it's they try to give you like something emotionally to connect to, but it don't ever really seem like it works. Or like when they
Yeah.
out in the lawn and then the dad has mysteriously came home
Got the
and he's in the
yeah.
house. Like it's like I don't know if you remember the scene. It's the very end, like the lady's out with the child. It's almost like as the holiday, and the dad's just in the house through the window. She looks up and it's like dad's home. Like me and my wife, man, we got, and I know this is a while ago, but it's like, man, almost every time I came home, I need somebody to come get me, man. Like yo, come pick me up, or it's like yo, it's an Uber outside, or it's something going
Man, I
on.
ain't try
Yeah,
to, and I ain't never try to sneak up on
yeah.
nobody either.
That
Yeah,
that
girl, you
that
can
can't
come
even
get me. I
happen
ain't.
now with like because I got the
Yeah.
smart home. Like if I pull in
Hmm.
the garage, like she gonna see it. Like so that can't even.
Yeah.
But it always tripped me out, man. And I don't want to not shout out Trayvante Rhodes. He played Ben Milo, and he was getting followed. He was the one that was getting followed by the little young kid, and
Yeah.
one last actor I'm gonna show because this is all about the actors. William Fitchner. I don't know if you remember this movie or remember William Fitchner, but one thing I know about him, right? And if you watching this or if you listen to this, just Google William Fitchner. You're gonna know exactly who he is, right? And he's always had like nice hair. He always had nice hair, but in this movie, he had like I don't know if he had like a bald cap on or something, but it was horrendous, man. It was the worst looking thing that like almost honestly. So I watched this movie in a hospital. If I wasn't in a hospital, I wouldn't have got through this joint, man. Just off his head, just off the way this dude head looked, man. Like you could probably hold up, man. For the listeners, I'm probably gonna have a picture of William Fichtner, his normal look, and the way he looked in 12 Strong, man.
Oh yeah. You gotta do that.
Because the way he looked in 12 Strong, did you see you saw a picture of how he looked in 12 Strong?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna look at it
Yeah,
right
man, you
now,
probably had
man.
to Google it, man. The way he looked in 12 Strong is the worst thing. He looked like Murphy, man, from RoboCop, man. It's probably the worst look I've seen.
Oh
Yeah, it's
shit.
probably the worst look I've seen on my
Yeah.
man. He looked like Jigsaw, man. Tobin Bell, the dude from Saw, man. Yeah, he just looked real bad, man. I got it pulled up. I just like William Fichtner 12 Strong, and then you just go
Yeah, you gotta
images.
put that on there, man.
This boy looks
You
sick.
gotta put that on us.
He looked real sick on this. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they think like in the military, like guys gotta have this look. You know what I'm saying? But I mean that's it though. Like I said, I get a movie a 3 out of 5. I think the true story is crazy, crazy,
Yeah.
like unbelievable for people to be this brave. And I think the scene that hit me was when the dude told him like, "Yo, you don't have the eyes, the eyes of a killer. You don't have the eyes of a killer." You know what I mean? Oh, I can't go without saying Rob Riggle. So Rob Riggle was in this movie too. He played a colonel in
Mm-hmm.
this movie. Rob Riggle did 23 years in the military before he
Yeah.
became an actor. So he did 23. Well, while he was doing comedy and stuff like that, but he
Yeah.
retired as a lieutenant colonel. He was in the military from 1990 to 2013. He got a combat action ribbon. He was active and then he was reserved. So he did 23 years. He retired as a lieutenant colonel. So definitely shout out to Rob Riggle and thank you for everything that you do still for the military. And thank you just
Yeah,
for
man.
being an inspiration and letting people know like it is a second, you can have a second career outside of this. So he was a Marine officer.
Most
And I think
definitely,
that
man.
was
Big
legit that
shouts
they
out.
even threw him in, there. And
Yeah.
as I'm looking at things, I'm seeing it say, and I got to do my research, so please don't let me, go down on this hill. But I'm seeing pictures of him as a horse soldier. So I'm wondering if he was one of those special force horse soldiers or not. But I don't see him in their group picture, so maybe not. So I had to, I
Yeah.
had to do a little bit more research on that one. But man, that's all I got,
Yeah,
man.
man.